Hello everybody and welcome to this video. If you have watched the earlier video, you would have got the context of why I am making these videos on the title Spiritual Experiences for our life experience. Spiritual reasons for our life experiences. Right? If you have not watched that video, just make sure you go back and click on that video so that you can get a background, you can get a context of why I am doing all this, what I am speaking about. Now, let us consider this scenario where there is a person A in need of money, and there is a person B who's very kind-hearted, who kind of immediately connects with, very empathetic, connects with the other person's pain, connects with the need that arises at that point of time. But the person B does not have the money, but in that, out of that empathy, out of that urge to help, no matter what happens, I want to help, no matter what I need to do, I want to help person A. Out of that urge, you see, out of that urge, person B approaches person C for some money, maybe a 1 lakh or a couple of lakhs or whatever it is, approaches person C for money. And then person C maybe again want, it's okay to lend the money to person B, gives the money, and then person B goes ahead, lends, transfers the money to person A. Now, person A might not give back at the in the period where person C wants it, right? So the person C may be pestering person B to give back the money. And then when person B approaches person A is really helpless. Maybe he or she just cannot arrange money at that point of time, requesting more time to arrange money. All that can be done. So that is how the conversation has been going on. But person C wants the money back, and now it is no more in the hands of just the person B to arrange money, because the person B also does not have enough money to give it back. Person B is waiting for the money to come from person A, right? So now maybe again, out of that urge to, okay, I have actually taken something from person C, and now person C is in need of that. Let me somehow arrange this money. Person B could approach person D for that money which person C wants to get back, and then this can go around in loops and loops and loops. Now, what is happening here is, or something also happen, that something else also can happen, where the person B is utterly helpless to arrange this money. Say for example, person D also is not in a state to give that money, so person B is utterly helpless to arrange the money, because person A, there was a need for person A, and person A clearly stated that I need time to arrange this money. So person B already does not have the money to give back to person C. So person A is helpless, person B is helpless. Now person C is kind of stuck there. I gave some money, I have to get back that money, and maybe months together, years together goes by in that stuck phase. Now, if you go through various some kind of subconscious understanding the subconscious patterns, subconscious behaviors, or the inner work where it's being rampant in the world around, on the internet around, one approach, one perspective to understand why person C is in this stuck phase for months together, for years together, could be that person C maybe is kind of holding on to the possessions, the money, and whatever it is. It could be money or the resources or any possessions, very tightly, and that reflects back in whatever kind of experience life gives you. This is just one perspective of understanding that when you're holding on to something very tight, it becomes very difficult to get it, to receive it, right? If you're holding on to any of your possessions very tight, as long as you are freely as long as you are looking at it in an abundant state, in an abundant manner, you keep receiving it in an abundant manner. That's the point. So you might have sorry for this you might have seen through various quotes on this. What you hold tightly becomes difficult to get to you, and what you hold with love, with trust, with a mindset of I have this in abundance, even if it goes away from you, it comes back in abundance. These are the quotes, but how do you understand all these quotes in practical life? This is one perspective. So one perspective is, if you are holding on to something very tight, then universe had to create this experience, that that experience of being stuck, for you to reflect upon and change the relationship uh, about your possessions, with your possessions, about how you are holding your possessions. Are you really trusting? Are you really feeling safe? Are you really feeling secure? Are you trusting, and do you trust that there is abundance around you? Right? So this is one lesson. This is one perspective. That is one perspective of a spiritual reason. If we start from physical reason, physically, maybe yes, physical money is a physical resource if you see there, but it is a spiritual energy. I'm starting from the physical layer. And then mental state, the mental layer, where you try to understand, okay, why I have been stuck in this not receiving money. For the mental reason behind it is, the person B is very empathetic and kind of gets feels that urge to help. No matter what I need to do, I will do it. Now, what are the timelines? What is the commitment? Can I really do it? Can I really keep it? These questions maybe have not been asked, have not been answered. It could be by person B, it could be by person C, whatever it is. I don't want to point out at each person, but yeah, various things, right? And then emotionally you feel that connect with that person, that no matter in what state that person comes to you and asks you, you really want to do that. Emotionally empathetic souls, right? So emotionally you are pulled to do that. Underneath that is a spiritual reason, where you are holding on to your possessions very tightly, and universe has created this experience for you to release and feel that love, give love for that resource, for that possession, as well as feel the possession loving you. And out of that love, the possession, it's not no more a possession, it's a resource which is available abundantly, and it freely flows towards you. That is one perspective. Another spiritual reason could be, right, another spiritual reason could be, the person A who actually was in need of money, right, was in need of money, was in, you had to have that money for a medical reason for one of his family members, which was really needed. And because of that, some years, a stretch of years of life span was possible because of that medical treatment. A stretch of years of lifespan was possible for that family member just because of that money, of receiving that money. So, what is the spiritual reason behind this? The spiritual reason underneath this is, because of right medical treatment being available, and because the lifespan has been increased, that person is still contributing to this earth. The other person, whoever has gone through whatever it is, contributing to this earth spiritually, is still here, going on doing his or her karma, right? So there is a spiritual reason of why the divinity, the divine, the god, the universe wanted this person to be hale and healthy, to go through a medical treatment. To go through a medical treatment, person A asked person B asked person C remained stuck. All of this just because this person, whoever was going through the medical treatment, had to be kept alive. And whose decision is it? It is a universe's decision. It is divinity's decision. It is God's decision. So you see all this again, a divine play, a divine drama, where there could be clashes between people, that, oh, you took it so long time back, such a long time back, and still you're not giving me back. Or yeah, there could be disturbances. There could be various emotional triggers between each of these two people, right? But underneath all of these is a very strong spiritual reason, where God wanted this person, whoever needed a medical treatment, to be alive for another bunch of years. That is a main spiritual reason. So this is one scenario, one example, to understand what what goes around in our everyday life. What are the life experiences we are having? How are we being triggered? How are we being disturbed? What kind of thoughts are coming to our mind? And beneath all of this is a spiritual reason. So slowly, as you uncover a layer by layer by layer, you will be able to touch base with your soul, with your atma, and you will start to realize, okay, this could be a possible reason, right? And then as a solution, there are various things. As a solution, maybe that mindset of feeling abundant, the mindset of trusting money, all of that can be worked upon. Inner work can be done. Again, each person has their own spiritual reason. It's not like one solution fits for all. Each person has their own spiritual reason, various perspectives of the same spiritual reason. Various things happen, and you don't need to worry. Universe will take care of everything. Whatever you need will be provided by the universe. Just that the thoughts, emotions, and triggers have to be settled down. Settle down, feel that calmness, and connect with your divinity inside. Nothing about outside. Connect with your divine self that is sitting inside, that is present inside. Cheers. Meet you in the next video. There is another scenario that I'm going to be explaining. Meet you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.